I'm hoping everything around me is going to be like videos and pictures of the game and how we did it, and this is just a preview of what I was talking about. Alright guys, so Bellars Pegas. This is the first game I want to talk to you about. It's a single player shooter game on the Unreal Engine. I want to talk to you how I came up with the idea, what was the process, and basically I'm going to show you all of the mistakes I made along the way. This is a series. This is a series about how we started game development, and this is the first game that's going to show all the problems along the way. So why Unreal Engine? Basically, I started off with Unity because it was easier and I got an old partner that could help a lot. But Unity was more along the line with mobile gaming and stuff we did for phones. I didn't like the process. I didn't like the results and it felt kind of underwhelming. I got a friend that's working with the Unreal Engine and it gives people without any prior experience kind of an easy start. I'm going to talk to you about how we come up with everything, where we bought the assets, and we filmed everything along the way. So the AI work and everything, movements, cars, weapons and shooting and everything that's inside, we're going to showcase you with videos, so stay tuned. Life became easier when we started using Unreal Engine and using assets to build the game. So the idea was, let's start it off easy, let's build a map. Let's do everything we can so we encounter problems along the way and find solutions how to solve them. So we started off with a map. I thought about a desert. Seems easy enough. Then we incorporated assets from characters. They were pretty much military guys, you know, the regular assets you find on Unreal Store. And then we incorporated the weapons and some of the cars. The cars was a different problem altogether. We're gonna showcase it in a different video, I think. So the first stage was just let's build a map. Let's take a desert. Let's spread it out. Let's see what we can do. Once we did that, I asked to add some elements to it, like a warehouse and like some boulders, and just to perimeter that map so we can walk along and see what happens. Later on, we added the assets of the people. There was some military guys, some regular clothed guys, some M16, some Kalashnikov weapons, knives and pistols and stuff like that. After that level was created, we came to a notion that we need a level to train on. We need some place so it's not hard, the build is not going to be so big, and we can walk around and test our environment. That's a testing environment basically. So we created another level without any visualization, without anything. It's just like a platform in the air where we can walk around. It's like a chess board. Nothing interesting there. But after that stage, we're able to go back to the map of the desert and start realizing what we're missing. So all of the models and all of the assets we took from Unreal Store. We decided for the first game we're not going to draw anything, we're not going to make it hard for ourselves, and we're just going to learn along the way. We went to the store and picked up some characters, we picked up some cars, warehouses, buildings, and everything we can build so it looks like a real environment. That wasn't that hard actually, because everything was kind of ready. The problem with that was, after I showed it to some people, they all said, well, it looks like a student's job because it's really not that hard to pick out some assets, start working on it on a simple map. After we built the desert, and we actually built quite an interesting, perimeter to work on. We had different environments in the desert, we had a big warehouse, and we decided to continue and find some, little missions to do. So let's pick out a key, let's break a door, let's find something, now let's add enemies. The enemies were kind of an interesting thing for us because we didn't know what was needed for an NPC to attack us or to guard a building. Few guys on the map, so they're guarding some of the places, and you gotta walk around and find yourself and find something to do. Every time we encountered them, we found a new problem. That was kind of easy until we realized we're not doing much at that point. We came to two problems. First of all, what's the idea? I actually didn't have a really strong idea before I started the game. I just knew I want to solve problems along the way. And the other thing was, we need to make it interesting as well. So the desert thing was kind of a problem. It was kind of big, and the build was already like 3 gigabytes, and it became a real hassle to work around. An old partner, Ido, told me, look, you gotta do something simpler. In order to showcase the game, you gotta create different levels so you can show in the demo or in the video you're gonna create that the player goes through different environments. That will make the game look bigger, and that will make it interesting to some people to watch. Obviously, I wanted to add a zombie level. You're gonna see in all the videos, I like blowing up shit, I like Serious Sam kind of games. I'm not a gamer myself, but if I'm gonna waste time near a PC or something, I want stuff to blow up. I want that kind of excitement of clicking a button and seeing something blow up, or seeing somebody get shot, or, you know, the usual guy stuff, I guess. We put the desert aside as an extra level after we finish this levels, so we can have something extra to give once the game is done. So we decided to go for a farm, then like an in-between environment, and then a city, just to showcase the 3 different places. After we talked about it, Ido also mentioned that we need to do something interesting, not just go around and shooting people or different items. This is a game, and we need to bring something to the table. So the idea was born of the Pegasus, the flying horses. After that, actually the name changed from I don't remember what to Bellars Pegas, because Bellerophon in Greek mythology, I think, was the guy who tamed the Pegasus to fight the Chimera and all of that. Google it. I don't know the story actually, but it sounds really cool to me. So we started working on the levels itself. Because the levels right now are smaller, the environments are smaller and not as big as our first map with the desert, it was really easier. So we decided to make a perimeter of everything. First we built a farm. A farm which the idea was a Pegasus in our world costs like $1 million and everybody wants one. It's really hard to grow them or to nurture them, and you probably will have enemies coming and trying to take away your animals, your Pegasus, for money. So a small farm was built. Then, like an in-between stage, I don't know what to call it, a little bit in-between environment where we can drive a car. Also, for the purpose of showing we have other abilities like driving cars, not just walking, not just running and shooting. And then a city environment where I want to do like a stalker kind of thing. Again, everything is made to showcase the abilities of our studio and the abilities of our ideas. We came to a situation that it's kind of boring if you're alone and you go out and you have a few enemies. So we started to work on the AI of the enemies. Once we started to do that, I realized that that AI is just basically run that way. If somebody shoots at you, shoot back, and then maybe hide for cover, and a few points of that. Once I started to working on that, I decided I want some friends. I want people on my team as well that could help me along the way, that can fight the enemies with me. So we started working on the AI on different kinds of teams. First of all, we got the guys working on the farm with us. They're gonna protect the Pegasus. They're gonna even protect them with their lives to show that the Pegasus is more important than the person in the game in that certain scenario. And then we got the people attacking us. So the first thing you're gonna see actually is that farm being attacked by black Pegasus, and we're trying to raise the white ones. After that farm is being attacked, we want to move to a different zone. We want to move to a different environment. We want to showcase the weapons and the movement of the AIs, how the enemy is fighting with our team, and basically the game is running itself. After that movement, I want to go to like a wood, like a forest, and showcase the options with the car. Actually, it took a while to do. The car doesn't move well, it's not operated well, and it's a hard and struggling feature to do. What I did realize is I don't need the car to move too much, and we can skip that part of, you know, improving and improving and improving without end, and just skip to the next one. So the environment we have in the middle from the farm to the city is kind of small, but we want an interaction as well. So maybe let's meet a guy and we can talk amongst ourselves a little bit. Let's show our person getting, you know, annoyed by something, and then moving to the next stage. The next stage being we arrive at the city, and this is a place where I want to do something differently. It's not like the shooter kill him up in the farm. It's not the little interaction or driving the car in between. It's more of a stalking situation where we want to go quietly, we want to go to a building, we want to find a gun maybe, or a key, or different types of things, and we want to move along with other problems than somebody shooting at us. Here is being quiet, it's being selective for where we're going, what we're seeing, and what are the stages for everything that we're going to do in the city. Most of the work was understanding game development, understanding how to do things, coming to a problem as an owner of a company, explaining myself to developers, explaining myself to myself as well, and trying to figure out what I want to show you. This game is gonna have all of the aspects we had no idea about, and this is gonna showcase our work. This is gonna showcase how serious I am about this project, and hoping you're gonna realize, well, that even an idiot can do it, so maybe you can learn something from my mistakes. I think the most interesting part of this game is going to be the AI and the scenario of the game. So instead of just walking around and trying to shoot somebody and trying to make them shoot you, we want to incorporate a little bit smarter AI. So take cover, walk that way, patrol around something. We wanted our guys to make a selection when a Pegasus is being shot. We gotta protect him at all costs. The Pegasus is more important than the person in our game, in our world. So that guy needs to protect the Pegasus even if it's on, with his own life. It's not just walking around and doing nothing. That game would be much easier to create. We actually went and started to work on every little aspect at that point and started to improve our technology a little bit, started to improve the systems we're using, started to improve the assets, starting drawing a little bit, and in that stage we actually took a step further as a gaming studio. After this video, we're gonna release slowly once a week episodes of the game itself and the mechanisms we used. We're gonna talk about the AI and the assets and the incorporation in our game. Every time we're gonna talk about something, I will also showcase my mistakes. So hope you stay tuned and wait for other episodes to show.